Hi guys. Welcome back to the channel. I was going to do a voice reveal but I'm in class right now, so you're gonna hear my voice later on. Anyways, today I'm gonna do a more long for video with commentary. I know it's revolutionary on here, but I'm trying something new, fresh, miraculous. If hadn't guessed already, today I'm redesigning the miraculous characters in my style. In this video I will only be doing the core 5, so I will try to do secondary miraculous holders and villains next time. But if you don't know what Miraculous is, I'll give a quick synopsis. Miraculous is an animated kids show released in 2015 created by everyone's favorite writer Thomas Esteruk. Wow. Give it up for the man, I guess. It follows 13 to 14. Yeah, I know they're so young yet they're built like teenagers. Anyways, year-old Marinette Dupanching and fashion sad boy Adrien Agreste. They gain magical jewelry known as Miraculous and use the powers to defeat resident antagonist Hawkmoth, who is spoilers Adrien Agreste's father, aka the ugliest fashion designer I've ever seen. If I'm redesigning more characters, he's first on the chopping block. I'm sorry he is such a UGS. The show was praised for its great use of 3D animation during its release, but as the years went along the quality started to be less consistent, with errors, odd lighting, bad character models, and uncanny expressions become a staple joke in the fandom. People also discovered Miraculous was supposed to be a 2D animated show inspired by anime, animated by Toei. Yes, Toei, the company that animated Sailor Moon. And you know what? I'm devastated too. This was a diabolical loss. But I understand why they did it. Anime wasn't popular in the West during that time like it is now, so I can see why they didn't go with it. But oh my god, did you have to put every character in skinny jeans and capris for the 3D? My goodness, these designs hurt me deeply. Anyways, let's get started with the video. Our first character is the main protagonist of the story. She is the one we follow and see the most of. I know people like to call Adrien a main character too, but I'm sorry, he was just never as thought out as Marinette. I mean, the first iteration of Miraculous only featured Marinette and Adrien was added later on in the story. Okay, back to her design. I love Marinette's color palette. It's very cute with a pink, white, and black. It mostly reminds me of the Neapolitan color palette. Not really, maybe I'm just projecting because I literally slapped the Neapolitan color palette on everyone I see. I decided to give her brown eyes to differentiate between her hero form and to give her more Asian features, because right now she just looks like a white Gorobu who forgot to put her contacts on. I really liked the design they gave her in the season 6 style, because the shorts look better than the fuck-ass capris they gave her. Like, mama, nobody wanna see your ankles. I gave her this sort of dress like baby T-Ike in some shorts. I also gave her hair more of a black and made her design more pink coated. I gave her shorts that look stitched back together because she is a fashion designer or whatever. I also gave her bandages on her knees to keep the clumsy part of her and uneven leg warmers because they're so cute. Marinette in my universe is gonna be hit with a dead parent syndrome because my girl's life is too perfect, unfortunately. In the first concepts of Miraculous, I'm pretty sure Marinette's father was killed in a break-in at the bakery. I feel like this could help develop and tie in Adrien and Marinette's bond, because currently the only thing they have in common is being the most vanilla people on earth. The way she gets the Miraculous is gonna be based more on her heroism, since how she gets her Miraculous in the show is just by saving Master Fu, which is kinda stupid. She finds her father dead, and then when she's walking late at night she sees another armed robbery and goes to try to save them. Attempting to take a bullet, the spirit of the Miraculous embellishes itself into her creating Ladybug. Now with the power of the Ladybug Miraculous, Marinette intends on stopping evil and preventing anyone from having to go through what her father went through. I feel like this would stand up for a good conflict where she learns she cannot save everyone. Also, Ladybug can help Marinette project the person she wants to be, more confident and assertive, similar to an alter ego compared to her shy soft nature when she is a civilian. Also, she is going to tell Alya her secret identity early on. I'm even thinking about making Marinette take a bullet for Ella and then getting a Miraculous. similar to Peter Parker since I can tell Ladybug was kind of inspired by Spider-Man. Alya will know her identity to help with sneaking her out, helping her uncover this new villain's identity, and be her man behind the scenes. I also want to give Marinette a training arc where she is trained to become a better hero with the help of Alya. I don't know when she can become the Guardian, but I like the idea of her becoming overwhelmed from being in charge of the Quamies, but with the help of alya. I don't think we're getting this plotline. Ladybug's design, I wanted to go for a more Mega Man vibe with the outfit. I also was very inspired by Evangelion. Her hair I changed to be space buns because I wanted a difference between the civilian form. Her eyes I changed so that they become blue when she transforms, also her hair gets blue. The background, I was experimenting with this new style, I don't know what to call it, but it feels like a magazine or like Frutiger Metro. This inspired my art for the rest of my pieces I make from now on. I don't have much else to say, so just watch as I finish the piece. Adrien was a character that I made just go through it. For some reason I thought it was a good idea to make his life so tragic, but whatever, it's for the plot. His mother and father used to be part-time vigilantes who would fight crime at night, but one day during a home invasion gone wrong, Gabriel comes home to find both his wife and son murdered. Overtaken with rage, he sets his wife inside a cryo cage and realizes Adrien still has a faint heartbeat, but unfortunately parts of his body were too damaged to function. His idea? Turning Adrien into a half-android hybrid to save his life. I'm deleting the fact that he is a sentient monster because that just made Adrien feel so stupid, because it kind of dehumanizes him in a sense. I want Adrien to have some humanity left in him, not fully human but human nonetheless. His body is basically only his heart, lungs, and brain survived. The rest is completely robot and mechanical parts. So basically his body is rotting but gutted, and I really want Marinette to face off against Monarch and find Adrien's decomposed body. This is when she is already dating Adrien. She figures out by searching for clues in the Agreste mansion about Adrien's past, creation, and the truth of finding out the boy she has been dating does not even have a human body. This might sound worse than dehumanizing, but at least he was human at one point, so case closed. At the same time, Adrien and his civilian form walks in to also find his decomposed body, because I am also going to make him a secondary main character. The story will also follow Adrien, as he tries to find out the mystery of where his mom is, and where he came from, because his dad is very vague with his birth or his backstory, and so I'm going to have a huge secondary arc of the main part of the story be about Adrien finding out about his past. The way he gets his power is basically he gets him really early on, like when he was basically almost killed in the home invasion. But the spirit of the miraculous was able to get to him in time, that's why his brain and his heart were still working. It only activated recently due to his age finally being able to sustain the power of the miraculous.
That's really all I have to say for now, but you can watch the rest while I finish up the speed paint. Okay, see you on Alya's voice reveal. I know it's really shocking that I am a guy and my voice is this masculine, but guys, I think I have my pronouns on my bio, so don't be shocked. Alya is a really special case for me because I feel like she provides a lot to the story while also being more of a background character. I never see her talked about as much, and I never see redesigns doing a lot with her character. So in this one, I want to really give her a shot to be a secondary or Marinette's best friend, because I feel like she provides a really calming role for her, and just her presence really helps Marinette throughout the story. Her character in the main story is that she's really obsessed with journalism and superheroes, and I really want to keep that part. So essentially when she finds out Marinette's identity, or when Marinette tells her, she is going to try to become a superhero herself. But the rules of Miraculous are that it grants its powers through times of heroism or times of tragedy. And in Alya's case, she was neither, so she had to wait a little while. So basically one day, I guess, Marinette is fighting a villain of the week, and Alya, is there at the scene, being her man behind the camera, and Alya has to make a really big sacrifice that doesn't involve her wanting to be a hero, but involves her natural instinct did her design so well in the show. It's really just a really cute miraculous design, and I really like her season 6 look most of all. It looks really pretty. And so for this design, I wanted to give Alya, you know, that wavy bob that she has in the season 6 redesign, because I feel like I like her with short hair a lot. And I also want to give her these jeans and the sweater because I feel like the clothes she has look really ugly. I don't really care about practicality. I don't know if skinny jeans are as practical as regular jeans, but yeah. But also, I want to give her fox redesign. Like for all of the characters that have paws, like their animals have paws, I wanted to kind of reflect that, so she's just always going to be on her hinds, because I think that's how foxes stand, and I think that's all I have for her design. Mostly these designs just consist of a little bit more like sleekness, like fingerless gloves, or like Mega Man type shoes, where the shoes get longer as it goes down. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about her redesign. I think her design was always solid in the show, and I really didn't have much to change other than like maybe her hair or like her civilian clothes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I struggled really hard with the design for no reason, mostly because it's really hard to work with the shades of orange without her looking like just like a tangerine. So obviously this design felt a little bit more muted in tone down, but honestly I think it turned out fine. I tried to keep her skin warm, although you can't really see it, mostly because of the background being like full on gray and the other clothes being muted, but I checked and her skin is a warm tone, I believe, so yeah, we have that. I also gave her these square glasses. I think she already has them in the show, but I like the square glasses on her. It gives her very much an academic look, which is what I want to exude from her appearance. And also, yeah, that's just it for now. Okay, see you guys in, I think, the next music video, which is might be Nino. Nino was also a really hard character to like get right, mostly because his personality isn't really instated in the show. It is in the beginning, but it's more of a caricature. But I think it always comes from me like not watching the show as much. So I rewatched it, and Nino actually has a very much skater boy personality. I'm pretty sure he was a skater in the movie. He gives off very much skater vibes, so I'm like maybe he refers to Alex. So I started giving him jorts instead of these like sort of light jogger leggings, I think, and I gave him a beanie. I thought it was cute, and I think he would have the iPod or like have his older phone connect to like wire headphones, and I gave him a little satchel because I'm pretty sure it's like a fanny pack. I like satchel more, honestly. So the way he gets his miraculous, he's gonna get it at the same time as Alya, so they're both gonna get spared at the same time because they're both trying to sacrifice themselves for one another. And I just think that would be a really cool moment. Instead of having them like reveal their identities, they just like simultaneously gain their powers. His hair design, I thought it was pretty simple. I was like, it looks really easy to just not. I thought it was really good already. So all I did was just change up a few of the shapes and like color blocking on his uniform. And I gave him a mask instead of glasses because I thought the glasses were kind of like stupid. Not stupid, but it just looked really ugly on him. And yeah, I don't have much to say. You just watch me as I finish this up. Chloe is one of the most well-written characters, like pre-season 4, before she got totally nerfed in her writing. But I really wanted to give her a champion with my redesign, so I'm adding her into the core 5 story. She's gonna get a redemption arc, and she's gonna be a part of the main miraculous team. Honestly, her design was fine. I just didn't really like the capris. I'm not a fan of capris or like really tight pants that only go down to like barely your ankle. I just think it looks really ugly. So I gave her this yellow turtleneck layered over like a white top, and then these like flared white, I don't know if it's pleather or just actual real leather. And I'm gonna give her, I liked her glasses. I just didn't like the fact that they never tinted them like blue. They were always tinted a sort of red color, and I was like, you missed such a big opportunity because the blue would literally complement her eyes so much. And for her queen bee form, I didn't change a lot, except for the fact that I'm gonna make her wear this like translucent, like plasticky, I don't know, like see-through skirt, but underneath it, it's just a regular costume. Like, you can just take it on and off, and it will stay the same. Obviously, she got fingerless gloves that only go up to, like, underneath the shoulder. And I gave her front 2 bangs of black bleach to kind of, like, give her a little bit of a difference between her and her civilian form. And to kind of draw your eye to her eyes, because her platinum blonde and her fair skin, it's a whole mess trying to see where her eyes are. Honestly, I really like my redesign of her. She looks very sassy, but also spunky. And apparently there was a storyline in Miraculous that was scrapped, where Chloe was Marinette's friend, and they both share a love for fashion. And I really want that to be, like, into the story. Like, they share the love for fashion, and they kind of bond over it, and they become friends. And it'll be, like, a really fun spotlight to, like, see through. For her rewrite, I'm thinking she's obviously getting a redemption arc, but it's gonna stay like she finds that being heroic is a thing that is for fame, but for the good of her heart. But she needs to learn that, right? So obviously, I think her way of getting miraculous should be connected to Ladybug. Like, she follows Ladybug around, she's kind of like this stand girl, but one time Ladybug's like in trouble, or like a really powerful like villain attacks Ladybug, and Chloe like pushes Ladybug out of the way, or like takes a hit for her, and through that hit she gets a miraculous and becomes Queen Bee. And I think that would be like a really interesting storyline to see, like Chloe getting miraculous by learning how to save people by using her heart and not her mind to get like heroic, miraculous. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say for her. But before I get my comments on my mic quality, I don't have a mic, so I'm trying to try to get one, but also I have a filter on my voice that makes it sound like one of those old-timey like telephone calls to like the radio speaker, like when they ask you a question, you can win a ticket to like a concert. That's like what I'm going for right now. But yeah, I might get a mic soon just to clear up some audio quality, because there's obviously some like dissonance between like what I'm saying and what's being recorded, because it's on my ear. So thank you. So that's all I drew for the Miraculous characters, rewritten and redesigned in my style. I had a lot of fun making this video for you guys. Sorry for the really long hiatus. I know it was been like 7 months since my last video, but I've had a lot of like editing block recently. I finished this up really quick. You can see it on my Instagram. I'll put it in the description. But thank you so much for watching this video, and love you guys. Bye.